Greetings, my fellow imposters, and a good time of day to you whenever and wherever this may find you. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about processing, and due diligence in a slightly unusual and unorthodox way, perhaps. A big part of what I was thinking just the other day has to do with really truly appreciating, maybe not enjoying, but appreciating every single experience we are so fortunate to have. We are all super lucky lottery winners, and our very existence is a testament of resilience and a result of overcoming adversity and beating the odds. Once we are here, once this life journey begins, we've arrived. We've won. Certainly, old concepts of success, wealth, and abundance are obsolete. And slowly, at least those of us who are putting in the hours and doing the work are waking up to the fact that true value lies within the experience. The experience of things, people, and places, and not in the collection of things, people, and places. No one ever took their last breath and smiled with absolute content bliss because they were thinking about their watch collection. No one ever, while coming to terms with their own mortality, has sighed with relief simply because they managed to buy their dream car. The realization that the number of bathrooms in your home exceeds the number of Breaking Bad seasons can provide some peace of mind and relief, pun intended, but will not help you go gentle into that good night. And you will rage. You'll rage at the obvious short-sightedness of your own priorities and also become nostalgic about times that are long gone. Times rife with struggle and ignorance that you would give anything to relive once more. Oh, remember our first apartment? When we were broke and happy? Ah, good times. In retrospect, even the most challenging of times gains some sort of inexplicable luster of appeal. Human memory is selective and not by any means perfect, but that is only a part of it. The other part of it is that you choose to remember the good stuff because that's easy to miss, as it is easy to dismiss the old problems that from the height of the current you seem small, toothless, and cute. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I wish that would have been the extent of my problems forever"? How young and foolish were we to worry about those silly things? That's so easy to say now. It's easy to tell someone who's nursing a broken heart to suck it up and act like a grown-up. There's other people out there. It's for the better, blah, 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 blah. It's easy to get frustrated with a 5-year-old who's upset because their favorite toy has cracked in half. And even if it's a cheap gas station toy, and even if the house is full of other almost identical toys, and no matter that tomorrow there will be a new favorite toy for sure, but right now, in this moment, it's tragic, and that emotion is very real. Although from your perspective, the stakes are very low. And that's what we forget. It's easy to reminisce and miss. Oh, we sure had some good times back then. But we glance over the fact that the problems we had, even if they seem insignificant to us later, were very real to us then, and the stakes were high. Good times? How about struggling to make rent? How about bad neighbors and sociopath landlords? How about that first job, our first business? How about the dread of learning to survive in the world or starting something new? I make the mistake of looking back and feeling guilty and stupid for having allowed myself to waste so much energy on worrying about those things. And then I find myself wasting energy on that feeling of guilt, shame, and regret. And here's where we come back to process. We took the scenic route, I know, but we got here. I do not believe we win the lottery of creation and come to this world with the goal of being perpetually happy, whatever that means. Instead, what this carbon-based avatar of flesh and foolishness allows us is to experience. And it would be a useless exercise if that experience was unilateral and flat. Life is supposed to have texture, ups and downs, light and dark, tides, etc. Please insert a metaphor of your own choosing. So to deny those experiences that we think we do not prefer is to deny texture, is to deny life itself, right? And this finally brings me to this week's epiphany. Thank you for sticking around for it, by the way. You truly must be having a slow day. I appreciate it. But please do take notes, there will be a quiz. This week's realization is this. By saying we need to avoid negative emotion for a fulfilling life, we are denying ourselves a part of the experience. Obviously, it's all about balance. And if you can truly and sincerely avoid extra grief by altering your state of mind and your outlook on things, that's amazing. More power to you. But you cannot tell me with a straight face that you are immune to anger, grief, shame, guilt, fear, sadness, anxiety, or disgust. There is no multivitamin, no supplement that will make you 100% immune to any of those. And I think that is a good thing. If you need to get angry, get angry. Get good and angry. Walk the walk and come out the other side, just like a normal human being is supposed to. Of course, adequate levels of self-control and a complete non-violent approach are self-implied. Get angry for due diligence, if you will. You lose someone or something, a relationship, an opportunity, or some other familiar aspect of your life unexpectedly shifts, mourn. Mourn to get through it, to process, and that is the correct process. That's what these emotions are for. It's nice and good to hear all the talk about quote-unquote choosing to not do negative emotions because you're only hurting yourself. That's great, but you're also not a duck. This stuff doesn't just roll off your back like water. And it takes years of practice most of us will never put in. So while you are slowly working on becoming a better version of yourself who can just choose to live a life governed exclusively by joy, don't deny, rather embrace the darker side of yourself. Walk the walk, go through the process. Come out the other side. That's normal. That's human. This has been another pseudo-intellectual and quasi-philosophical rant from yours truly. I'm Alexander Kurlov. Thank you for your time. Be good.